Why does it take so long to develop a vaccine? Vaccines have to go through multi-phase trials to make sure they are effective and safe. Typically, a vaccine takes 8 to 10 years to develop, said Dr. Emily Erbelding, an infectious disease expert at the NIAID. Here's how the process typically works. First, a vaccine is usually tested in animals before humans. If the results are promising, a three-phase trial in humans will begin. Phase 1. The vaccine is given to a small group of people to assess safety and sometimes immune system response. If things go well, researchers move on to Phase 2. Now Phase 2. This phase increases the number of participants, often into the hundreds, for a randomized trial. More members of at-risk groups are included. In Phase 2, the clinical study is expanded and the vaccine is given to people who have characteristics such as age and physical health, similar to those for whom the new vaccine is intended. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, if the results are promising, the trial moves on to Phase 3. This phase tests for efficacy and safety with thousands or tens of thousands of people. The substantially larger number of participants in this phase helps researchers learn about possible rare side effects from the vaccine. What are the dangers of rushing the process? History has shown that vaccines developed or distributed in a hurry can lead to unintended consequences. In 2017, rushed campaign to vaccinate about 1 million children for mosquito-borne dengue in the Philippines was stopped for safety reasons. The Philippine government indicated 14 state officials in connection with the deaths of 10 vaccinated children, saying the program was launched in haste. In 1976, the US was dealing with a novel swine flu outbreak. President Gerald Ford's administration ignored a warning from the World Health Organization and vowed to vaccinate every man, woman, and child in the United States against the new virus. After 45 million people were vaccinated, researchers discovered a disproportionately high number of them, about 450 people, had developed Guillain-Barré syndrome, a rare disorder in which the body's immune system attacks the nerves, leading to paralysis. At least 30 people died. But overall, vaccines are critical to help preventing disease and death. The WHO estimates vaccines save between 2 million to 3 million lives per year. So how do we safely speed up the process? No vaccine is going to be put forward unless it's been checked out very thoroughly, both in terms of is it safe and does it protect you, said Collins, the director of the National Institutes of Health. Scientists are trying to find safe ways of speeding up the typical processes. For example, in Seattle and Atlanta, researchers planned to test animals and humans at the same time instead of animals before humans, according to the health news website STAT. Some vaccines could be mass-produced before the trials have even finished. We're going to manufacture doses of the vaccines way before we even know that the vaccines works, Fauci said. If the vaccine trials are successful, millions of doses would be ready to go, potentially saving lives immediately instead of waiting months of production to ramp up. But If the trials aren't successful, the stockpile of pre-made vaccines could go to waste. Fauci said one vaccine candidate made by the biotech company Moderna in partnership with NIAID should go into a final stage of trials by midsummer. The plan is to manufacture doses of the vaccine before it is clear whether they work, making close to 100 million doses by November or December, Fauci said. Scientists should have enough data by November or December to determine if the vaccine works, Fauci said. Another vaccine candidate made by AstraZeneca is underway in the UK and will follow a similar schedule.